can't believe you're mine. Loosen up, better read the signs. I know that I'm around this time. No, you need to dance. Move around to the strings of life. Baby girl, you're super fine. If you're down, we can meet some time. Need your dance. Oh, tell me what there's left for me to say today.
Which NBA team won the most games in the 2020?
First game in the pros. I'm sure your phone is blowing up.
You know, I haven't had a chance to look at my phone yet.
Well, when you do, there'll be texts from every person you've ever met and a few people you haven't. Most notably, there will be press looking for quotes.
They can hit me up on text too?
They do. And you want to handle this like you would any regular press conference. You want no comment? No comment. You want to answer? Go ahead and answer. Just remember, everything you say is on the record and has impact. Most importantly, on your team chemistry and your public perception. Okay?
Makes sense.
Look, emotions run high when a game has just ended, okay? All I'm asking is that you take a moment to think before you respond. Words can get twisted easily in the league, and what might seem like a harmless bit of bragging could be taken as a slight. A teammate, by an opponent, a coach, you name it.
I'm under a microscope now.
That's right. All part of the business.
Understood.
Great. If you have any other concerns, press or PR related, you know where to find me.
Hey, it's just one loss.
I see a lot of people jumping on MP for all those turnovers, but everyone has bad games. Hoopers know. It's no big deal.
Long season. Time to grab that lunch pail and go to work. Get ready to light it up tonight.
forget to come out to the game from Delaware. What better way to pass the year than with pictures of your favorite mascot, Puma, and the Pistons dancers. We want you to attend the agreement to be enjoyable and incident-free.
And a peek into the locker room. Players soaking in the last few moments before the game. Some final preparations here. Welcome, everyone. A little extra excitement for you tonight. It's the first game of the NBA Cup, and this is Brian Anderson, along with Grant Hill and Brent Barry. Allie LaForce, our reporter tonight. Now we get a chance to check some stats for Cade Cunningham.
And currently, he's in the zone. A tremendous feel for the game. His assist numbers these past 5 games look a lot different from the rest of the season. And by different, I mean better.
And the starting lineup for Miami. Mitchell out there with Alec Burks. Then it's Bam Adebayo. Then it's Andrew Wiggins. And it's Ware in at the 5 spot. And for Detroit, Thompson and Harris are the 3 and the 4. Cunningham and Ivy work together as the backcourt. And it's Duren in at the center position. And here we are for Game 1 of the NBA Cup. This game will count both towards group play as well as the regular season standings.
Yeah, and it's really important to start off with a win. Only 8 teams advance to the elimination round, so there's not a lot of room for failure in this group stage.
So the Pistons will get the... Making some changes here. And the timeout called here by J.B. Bickerstaff. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. Thompson out there with Isaiah Stewart. Then it's Malik Beasley. Then it's Dennis Schroeder. And it's the Beast in at small forward. That's the group for Detroit right now. Now here's Burks. He's been an offensive weapon for them, scoring around 17.5 points a game. 5 to shoot. Here's Robinson. Another missed shot. He's 1 of 5, looking shaky out there.
Their strong work ethic has been evident on the glass, really getting after it and being physical.
Let's send it over to Allie for a report on MP.
Hey, BA. Well, no surprise, MP is on a mission to bring home the NBA Cup, telling me I want to be a part of a winning legacy. That's my main goal in any competition I'm in. Victories come first. All the individual stuff comes later. Would you expect anything less from MP, Brian?
Nope, we sure wouldn't. And this guy is all in.
Yeah, one part of Duncan Robinson's game doesn't get talked about enough. He is willing to find open teammates.
The Beast shot is off. Heat trail by 7. Last season was tough for the Pistons, Brent, setting an NBA record by losing 28 games in a row.
BA, I'm a glass half full guy. I'm going to go on the bright side. Look at their core. It's led by Cade Cunningham. This guy is ultra talented. He's still in his early 20s. They have a lot of young talent on the roster. They're going to be better, and they play way better in the second half of the year. So how's that for some positivity?
Here's the Beast. Miami making their last shot. Pass to Thompson. Inside. The Beast shot is off. For Miami, they've gone 3 for 7 here in the second quarter. Burks uses the glass on the layup. And now just a 3-point Pistons lead.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Schroeder passes to Beasley. And we're just over 2.5 minutes into the second. From the high post. No good, off the front rim.
Let's be honest. That's not a shot he should be taking.
No, he should know better. He knows that's not his game, which is why we don't see him take that shot off.
Burks for 3. Add that to his line. Now 3 for 6.
And that's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
Pass to the Beast. Shoots from the line. Rebound Miami. Their last encounter in Miami.
They were able to pull out a win last time because their bench came up big. It's so important to have depth on your roster.
Probably looking for more of the same here. As we know, a deep bench so crucial to any team's success.
To win the drought. Down the pipe it goes. Schroeder with the assist. The Beast has gotten his first bucket of the night.
Well, we've seen Schroeder stepping up more as a distributor, leading this ball club now.
And so it's Eric Spoelstra with the timeout here. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. A big group substitution here for Detroit. Jalen Duren, he's checked in for Stewart. Harris comes in for Thompson. Ivy's checked in for Beasley. And Cunningham subbed in for Schroeder. The Heat have gotten over 50% of their shots to go. 5 for 9 in the second. On the wing, Burks. Ivy defends. Pass to Adebayo. To the inside. Hey, Wiggins with the elevation!
Quick into the air. Andrew Wiggins up and throws it down.
Cunningham outside. Now here's Harris. Cunningham outside. Duren with a screen on Burks. Here's the Beast. And the 3 off target. He got it. No doubt that's a foul. And it's going to be a transition take foul. And we have seen Andrew Wiggins step up as the second best player on a title team. But it's all about his consistency, Greg.
Well, Andrew Wiggins' role, I believe, changed last year. A little in and out of the lineup for Andrew, and the changes around him have not been ideal. Hope that he embraces whatever it is that the coaching staff wants him to lock in this year, because as a two-way player, Andrew Wiggins is still very capable.
And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. At 6'9", Bam Adebayo is on the shorter side of centers. Yet he is elite defensively, Grant.
He's been top 5 in Defensive Player of the Year voting a bunch of times. Bam has an incredible motor, a great IQ, and he's a switchable big. That's huge in today's game.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. You know, he's 6'9". Brent, would you call Bam Adebayo a small ball center?
If you were standing in front of him, BA, would you do that? I don't know if I want to do that. I want to ask Bam what he wants to be called, whether it's center or forward. It doesn't really much matter. This guy can play both ends of the floor and can dominate a game. He's got great strength, great length, and continues to grow his game.
And Jalen is just taking over in this one. This is how lethal of a player he can be.
Pass to Adebayo. Over Harris.
I'm not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
So a tie game here as we finish the first half. And time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports.
Thanks for joining us. And first off, let's take a look at the players of the week. For the West, Victor Wembanyama.
Tremendous effort lately for this guy. Victor, 7'4". This dude is 7'4". Folks, our men should be...
Shifting focus, how about this tight game the Detroit Pistons find themselves in?
Well, they've been the more measured team, passing up good shots for great ones.
Yeah, they've been aggressive, but also disciplined. That's a sign of good coaching.
Thanks for tuning in. Now we head back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. Jalen Duren with a strong contribution so far on this one.
He's been dominating down low. Gotta assume they'll keep.
Some changes. Anderson's checked in for Adebayo, and it's Robinson in for Mitchell. The Pistons have gotten 6 of 11 attempts to fall so far in the third. And let's take a look at Miami. Andrew Wiggins is out there with Kyle Anderson. Then there's Alec Burks. Then it's Duncan Robinson. And it's Ware in at the center position, locking down the middle. To the middle. And we're joined now by Shams Charania. He's calling in with a story. Good to have you, Shams. What's going on?
Well, guys, teams are all grappling with this new CBA, especially the dreaded second apron. Fans possibly unclear on what it means. Honestly, even front officers are still navigating the complexities of the new restrictions. But basically, it has become harder for teams to spend big and acquire new players under the current systems. We'll see, guys, how this impacts everyone moving forward.
Something to keep an eye on, no doubt. All right, Shams, thanks a lot. Here's the Beast. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. Wiggins with it. Beasley covers. 17-foot shot on the way. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Wiggins got 17.
D has been just completely helpless and turned around. He's so dangerous when he's in this kind of rhythm.
Pass to Harris. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call.
And this is the absolute wrong time to stop communicating. They have to get in sync.
Schroeder, he's checked in for the Pistons. And Miami also making a switch.
Timing down. And how about the acrobatics from Andrew Wiggins? Way up that time.
On the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, good looks by our terrific camera crew. Beasley with a screen on Robinson. Here's Schroeder. It's hauled in by Robinson. Miami leading by 4. Pass to Wiggins. Robinson with it. Here's Anderson. And finished off by Anderson.
And I love how he's pushing the tempo and creating for others. He does this game in and game out. Incredible.
Nice to play with a point guard that takes pride in playmaking. It makes you move around just a little bit faster to get open spots.
Second personal foul. 15 foul.
First one falls for him.
They're doing some good work at the line this half.
So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. Pass to Larson. Shoots over Schroeder. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. It's been all about Andrew Wiggins for the Miami Heat. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And just a selfless decision from your two-guard, showing his ability to get his teammates good looks.
What an advantage if your off guard can make plays so valuable.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the 4th in what is still anybody's ball game. Malik Beasley is out there with Dennis Schroeder. Then it's Isaiah Stewart. Then there's Holland. And it's the Beast in at the 3, the small forward. That's the 5 on the floor for the Pistons. Just 5 on the clock. And it's good for 2.
Oh, what great action we've seen tonight. Hard to imagine a more entertaining game.
No, this is about as high octane a game as you're going to find.
Anderson can't get it to go.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
Here's the Beast. Anderson covers. The Beast shot is off. Miami leading by 3. Pass to Rozier. And we've played through about a minute here in the 4th. Robinson for 3. Offensive rebound. And here's Love. Up top, Anderson. Ooh, now 7 for 9 after that make.
They're winning the battle down low by imposing their will.
And Detroit is shooting it well at 59%. The Beast. Rebounded by Jovic.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Anderson against Schroeder. Rozier outside. Takes the 3. Drains the triple. And now an 8-point Miami lead.
And when it comes to the 3, they've been really dialed in here in the second half.
And J.B. Bickerstaff decides to call timeout. He is not messing around.
At the line for the Heat, Wiggins, Andrew, Wiggins. One shot.
And Andrew Wiggins came into this league as such a special talent. It's so great to see all of that blossoming this far into his career.
Here's the Beast. Highsmith grabs the board. Drives to the hoop. Robinson finds some space. And it's good. Off the back of the rim and in. And the Heat lead by 14. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Ooh, lots of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws will follow that whistle.
Penalty situation.
He's off on the first.
Number 24.
That's off as well, so he misses both.
Detroit. Number 24. Second personal foul. Team.
And he drops the first.
At the line for the Heat, Hawkins. 2 shots.
And Jaquez drops them both. 19 seconds left in the 4th. Pass to the Beast to end the run. No good off the back of the rim. So it's the Heat winning this one easily. And remember, tonight's win means they're 1-0 in the NBA Cup. A great start to the group stage.
Well, getting that first win under your belt is huge. They still have 3 games left, but they're in a great position going forward.
And that about wraps it up. Alongside Brent Barry, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson with our entire 2K crew thanking you for watching. And we'll see you next time.
Welcome in to the Jalen Murphy Show. I'm your host, Jalen Murphy. I know more about sports than you do.
That's debatable.
We can get that one back next time.
up, MP?
Time to turn the page, MP.
The National Basketball Association and the Milwaukee Bucks are committed to a safe and enjoyable sports experience. We therefore ask you to refrain from any disruptive behaviors such as fighting, throwing objects, using improper language and gestures, entering the court or interrupting play. Spectators and game officials, you are subject to ejection and possible arrest. Please report any violations to these rules to the nearest usher, security, or arena staff member. Thank you and enjoy the game. A reminder that you can still join us for any upcoming home game. Order your tickets online or at the ticket booth. Hey, Bucks fans, want in on more basketball action? Learn about available tickets for upcoming games. Just stop by our ticket booth or visit us online. We want your time at the arena to be enjoyable and incident-free. If you're having an issue at any time that needs to be addressed, please text the word Bucks along with your issue at C location to 55555.
And a chance for everyone to get some shots up. Find the touch. Find the range. Find themselves. We're almost at game time. Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you an exciting NBA basketball game. Joined by Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. And we'll be getting the inside story tonight, Shams Charania. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now, here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. They tell a great story. Take a look at the Lakers. They're moving on up, 4th spot in the rankings this time around.
Seeing where Detroit is, they believe they can be more competitive than they've shown. It's still very early in the season, so the optimism for a successful run is still there.
And now the opening lineup for Detroit. The backcourt pair will be Cunningham and Ivy. Thompson and Harris are their forwards, and it's Duren in at the 5 spot. And for Milwaukee, they've got Brook Lopez, Damian Lillard out there with Prince. Then there's Kyle Kuzma, and it's Portis in at power forward. You know, Shams, back in 2023, Giannis Antetokounmpo agreed to a 3-year extension to stay in Milwaukee. It keeps him with... Here for Milwaukee. Smith checked in for Lopez. Trent comes in for Portis. Rollins checked in for Taurean Prince. And Porter subbed in for Damian Lillard. On the floor for Detroit, Holland is out there with the Beast. Then there's Isaiah Stewart. Then there's Dennis Schroeder. And it's Beasley in at the shooting guard position.
Yeah, field goal percentage above 50 now. Their offense is starting to show.
And, you know, that's a really good sign. They stumbled out of the gate, but they're starting to look a little better now and regaining some ground.
Holland, no good. Bucks trail by 8. Trent outside. Pass to Rollins. Porter against Beasley. Porter, no luck. Detroit's gone 1-2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Hey, Shams, you're always on the pulse of those league-changing trades. We certainly saw some impactful ones last season.
across the board, the Pacers, the Mavericks, they made deep runs, and they did so on the back of some big trade deadline moves. Those are transformations that excite all of us to witness. Even New York, getting OG Anunoby at the trade deadline. This is a league that's built on capitalizing at the moment and striking when the iron's hot, and we saw multiple teams do that this last season.
That trade deadline was phenomenal for those teams you mentioned. Really impactful.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
Here's the Beast, covered by Rollins. Inside, with the shot. The Beast can't hit. Bucks trail by 11. And things can get so intense when NBA rumors start flying, Shams. You know that. The teams are just kind of holding on sometimes for dear life. What is it like when you break a major NBA story like you've done numerous times?
It's like when your heart skips a beat, Kevin. It's like when you feel like you are in such a rush, and there's a surge of excitement that hits every particle of your body. Every profession obviously has a big payoff, but everything happens so fast. But when it happens, it makes all the hard work worth it, but it certainly brings a great feeling, and I definitely get goosebumps to this day.
You get goosebumps, but the hard work you put in to get that story, I know what you guys go through. It is amazing the hours you spend.
365, 24/7.
Wow. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. The Bucks use their size defensively to great impact. Coach Doc Rivers said, we're not fast, we're long. So we get our fingertips on a lot of balls, and that slows fast teams down. Switching keeps guys in front of you, and the more size we can put in front of people, the better we can be. Kevin?
Yeah, you follow this league for a long time. That sounds like a pretty good game plan. Substitution here for Milwaukee. Brook Lopez is checked in for Smith. Portis comes in for Gary Trent. Prince is checked in for Rollins. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Porter. So Detroit going with an almost entire new group here. Duran, he's checked in for Stewart. Harris comes in for Holland. Ivy's checked in for Malik Beasley. And it's Cunningham in for Dennis Schroeder. From deep, Prince. And the Bucks miss again.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And that's a good place to start if you're going to try to find your way back into this game. Get to work on the glass.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Pistons.
They didn't hesitate to start working the offensive glass, and I tell you, those efforts have been rewarded with these second chance points.
You know, points off turnovers is something else they've excelled in. I expect the opponent at least to try to squeeze that orange a little better.
That free throw, no good. No good on the second free throw. And Shams, what an absolute delight it has been having you courtside with all of us tonight. Thank you so much for taking time to join us. It has been a true pleasure.
Thanks so much for the invite. I can't wait to do it again sometime. I'm honored. I'm privileged.
Oh, we are going to hold you to that. Thank you again. Oh, wasn't that wonderful? Easy to see why Shams has so many sources around the game. He's so easy to talk to.
Yeah, it's all about relationships at the end of the day. When the conversations come easily, that suits his purpose as a reporter. And we haven't seen them get to the line as much here in the second quarter. They might be settling a tad too much offensively.
I think you're right. I mean, an up fake here or there, getting the ball inside, that's how you create high percentage offense.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Here's Lillard. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Hey, GA, how about Damian Lillard's time in Portland? 11 magnificent years.
I mean, Kevin, arguably the best trailblazer of all time. Rookie of the year, then 7 All-Star appearances. Dame will always be a legend in the Rose City.
And free throw good from Lillard. And Special K as good as Damian Lillard can be throughout a game. He definitely takes it up a notch in crunch time.
Couldn't agree with you more, Kevin. He's one of those guys that certainly seems to rise to the occasion and relish in the clutch moments. And his range is in the gym-like. I mean, 30 feet away, 35 feet away, he shoots it the same as if it's a mid-range jumper.
And getting to the line and hitting your free throws, a good way to get back into the game. It stops the clock and extends the game and allows you the opportunity to set your defense. They've been perfect from the line so far here in the second quarter.
Pass to Cunningham. Duran down low. Lopez is there. Duran with a screen on Portis. Harris misses. Duran, nice work on the boards, paying off with the basket. Duran's got 12 in the game.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Hey, guys standing around spectating, I mean, you got to get in there and get tough.
And so is Detroit with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead 16 points. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. Everything dropping in for them. We'll return shortly.
Happy you could join us. First up, let's talk about the players of the week. Swerving off topic for a moment, I need you guys to weigh in on this. Is a hot dog a sandwich?
No, man, it's a hot dog. Cheese, it's right there in the name.
Well, it's got meat, correct?
Right.
It has bread.
Right.
Isn't that what it takes to make a sandwich?
Stuff between bread?
That's not how it works. Every summer they have a hot dog eating contest, not a sandwich eating contest. They're different.
I really feel sandwiched between two great debaters. Now looking at where we stand after 2 quarters, it has been a difficult game for the Bucks.
They're getting steamrolled, giving up too many points in the paint.
And it's just not the rim protection. You have to stay in front of all ball handlers, or you'll get broken down and eaten alive.
And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to the second half with the call by Kevin Harlan and the crew.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe. For Asar Thompson. And Greg, you think about what they call float game. Why does that one shot earn a nickname like that?
I mean, it's a badge of respect, right? The floaters, teardrops, whatever you call them, runners, often the finishing touch to an already well-developed offensive arsenal.
The wide open look here for Kuzma. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
They've got Kyle Kuzma. Bobby Portis out there with Brook Lopez. Then there's Prince. And it's Lillard in at point guard. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Here's the Beast. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. He's got 6.
Now, how did he manage to change his shot midair?
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Kevin, Jalen Duren, a physical specimen, is improving the finer points of his game, including his vision. He said, I feel like I've always been a good passer. I've developed more of that as my young career has gone on, understanding the league better and how to win. Kevin?
Yeah, it takes time, but nice to see his development. And there's the foul. And it's on Taurean Prince. And that'll be his third foul so far. Trent's checked in for Milwaukee. Kevin Porter comes in for Damian Lillard. Malik Beasley, he's checked in for the Pistons. Dennis Schroeder comes in for Cade Cunningham. A minute 50 left in the third. The Beast passes to Schroeder. Clock at 4. Down low. Shots good by the Beast. That's now 8 points for the Beast.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Yeah, and they're really getting pummeled on points in the paint here.
To the paint, here's Portis, and Portis throws it down.
Tell you what, Portis has been so focused on the offensive end, doing all he can to rack up points.
And we know Kuzma's always been a terrific scorer, but Craig, he's developed as a passer over time.
And Kevin, early in his career, Kuzma wasn't called on to be a leader, but he's grown into that role, and he puts effort into orchestrating for his teammates.
A different look for Milwaukee. Livingston's checked in, and Rollins subbed in for Kyle Kuzma. And a switcher also for Detroit. Stewart's checked in. Out to the right wing. Here's Portis. And again, it's Milwaukee converting.
And he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game.
Beasley outside. Plays it up and banks it in. Beasley's got 9 points.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
And Porter, here we go. That one drops for him. 9 points in the game so far.
He can get it to the rack, too. Porter Jr., unafraid to slice his way to the cup.
Now here's Schroeder. 5 points in the game. 20 seconds left in the third quarter. Shoots from the elbow. It's rebounded by Portis. Here's Rollins. He's got 5. It's stolen by Schroeder. A floater. And no good that time. And so is Detroit, looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. And we'll be right back after this. Let's hear what Doc Rivers has going on over in his huddle.
Hey, guys, I told you, one bucket at a time, all right? One bucket at a time, and extra pass. Extra pass. Let's go, baby.
Doc Rivers keeping his guys focused on the moment, trying to maximize the results of each possession.
Yeah, and there's no value in getting too far ahead of yourself. Just run the offense the way it was designed, and just look for good shots each possession.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. On the court for the Pistons, Malik Beasley out there with Dennis Schroeder. And it's the Beast. Then there's Holland. And it's Reed in at the 5. Pass to Holland, to the middle. Down through the hoop it goes. That's his 5th make on 9 shots from the floor.
Cashing in on the interior, making it look all too easy.
Beasley against Porter. Here's Sims to the inside. Here's Trent. Outside for Jackson. Shot clock at 6. That one's good, and the Piston lead is cut down to just 10 points with the bucket from Trent.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
Exactly what the doctor ordered. Those 3-point bombs will erase the deficit quickly if they can keep it up.
Here's Rollins. It's deflected, and he gets it back. And gets hacked by the D. He'll go to the line. A moment now to see how the schedule is looking for Milwaukee. On Saturday, they'll tip off a road trip in Charlotte where they'll take on the Hornets. Then on Monday, they'll be facing Steven Adams and the Houston Rockets.
And for that game against the Bulls, that's going to be one where it would take a lot of errors and maybe a cold shooting night for things to go wrong. They just have that much of an advantage over that team.
Milwaukee making a switch here. Connaughton's checked in, and then for Detroit, Stewart's checked in for Reed. Fontecchio's coming in for Holland. Hardaway is subbed in for Dennis Schroeder. A different look for Milwaukee. Jackson, he's checked in for Pat Connaughton, and Damian Lillard is subbed in for Rollins. Cunningham, he's checked in for the Pistons. There's a screen. They're outside. That one is good. He's only missed one shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Well, they're getting stops, and they're attacking on the offensive.
You know, it's taken a big run, but they were able to get back into this one. Very impressive. No quitting these guys.
Porter looking it over. Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. And he lays it straight in. Porter's got 5 points in the quarter.
Beautiful job closing the gap here. Let's see if they can sustain this run.
This game was in danger of getting away from them. They've made a nice push to keep it close.
Cunningham passes to the Beast. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
Both teams will make substitutions. So he comes up empty at the line. And it's the Bucks ball. They're on a 12-4 run. Prince against Cunningham. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Three-pointer, Lillard. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
And he just seems to always deliver in the clutch. And he's got it going right now. That's who they want taking the big shot.
Detroit. So it's the Bucks who come out on top here. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, but I really got a sense that the fans gave them that emotional boost that was needed down the stretch. This crowd, man, they were electric.
And that'll do it, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Hart.
Well, I knew we weren't going undefeated for the rest of the season.
Okay, it's us.
25 regular season.
Was it the